In times when most action camera makers struggle to deliver, DJI are here with a brand new setup fitted in their already well-known signature rugged housing. Rumors say it must be epic, but is it? Let's inspect. A lot of action camera footage in my videos, and I have an action camera as part of my daily gear setup, meaning that going for some well-lit daytime is the perfect conditions for an action camera, possibly sunny and bright weather, and your footage is going to shine. For a fact, most of the good action cameras from the past 5 years should deliver solid results with awesome stabilization in such kind of conditions, but each and every year there are some add-ons which make a lot of people go for the latest and greatest. As you may notice, lately some action cameras are already much closer to professional cameras in terms of color science, with the most impressive upgrade here being the presence of HLG option, so that if you record in this format, any device supporting HDR is going to be able to recognize and play the file and show these enhanced and deeper colors in black and white areas. Not brand new for DJI, because the Mavic 3 Pro drone also has it, but makes its way for the first time in their action camera line. As for low-light samples, well, feels like we finally have a decent model which can actually be useful in low light. Yes, the former generations have also tried to be better about it. Other competitors, such as Insta360, tried to integrate a larger image sensor, but it's all about the sensitivity over here. Another new component, and feels like the upgrade is well worth it. You can notice that artifacts are almost non-existent, and not only this puts to shame the hero line by Gopro, it's also better than the famous Ace Pro by Insta360. Not only about video, but also about photos. Yes, I'm one of these guys that usually ignore the photo capabilities of action cameras, because up until now I was never happy with the results, and these are supposed to be action cameras in the end of the day. It looks like here the snaps are no worse than what my flagship smartphone can capture in ultra-wide camera mode, even if it's dark. And yeah, what we see here is fascinating. During unboxing of any of the combos, what I have in my hands is the so-called Adventure combo, with more batteries and some accessories. You can order just the camera too, and save some money or give them for other kinds of accessories. The feeling of Osmo Action 5 Pro is more or less like generations 3 or 4. Rugged design, excellent grip, solid construction, and at the same time functional. When something is working fine, why should we change it at all? With proven record to be impact resistant, an upgraded dual-screen setup with 20-meter waterproofness, ability to work at temperatures between -20 and +45 degrees Celsius, and this super awesome cage with the quick-release plates. I so much like these that last year I've bought a conversion plate for Hero 12 using the very same kind of standard. As part of the combo with DJI, we get a charging case with 3 batteries, a telescopic selfie stick, some tutorials, and for more accessories, I'm gonna talk in just a few moments. The tech specs are this time particularly interesting because DJI deploy a brand new image sensor with 13.5 stops of dynamic range, a new processor, a removable battery with an option for 1950 mAh capacity. There's a physical color temperature sensor, GPS, seamless microphone connection, inbuilt storage, it's waterproof without the case, and all of this fits within the modest 146 grams. Do you notice that so much in 4, but truth is that in terms of overall hardware combo, DJI have gone wild. Because in times when upgrading, I think GoPro reused the same image sensor and SoC combination for a 3rd consecutive generation, the 1.3 inches, and some other clues, I can conclude it's probably the OmniVision OV50H. Again, something that probably DJI would never ever confirm, together with a pressure gauge, so that when you're diving deeper, you would know exactly the depth that you're currently at, which is pretty good. Or here, an upgraded OLED setup, another area which is a step up. Furthermore, these displays are HDR compatible, so whenever you film in HLG, it's gonna look much better when you play it back. And you can once again count on front and rear touch inputs. We get a new always-on development, and you can choose from a few different AOD modes, something that probably is gonna get further tuned with firmware updates, because it's a feature that just arrived. Two remarks here: while the screen protectors for the rear display are the same as for Osmo Action 3 and 4, the front one has a slightly different size, so make sure to pick a screen protector explicitly designed for the Action 5. In fact, this time, the accessories topic is gonna be quite interesting. If you have ever used a Sony camera, and maybe such kind of a product is not gonna look too strange, DJI mimicked the idea of using multifunctional stand, add a battery, and let you easily control your Action 5 remotely. Works quite nice and might be great for content creators on the go. There also is a microphone port in case you want to avoid using other types of Type-C to 3.5mm conversions. While I've heard that there might be some other accessories on the pipeline, you might want to check the existing portfolio. I'm definitely a huge fan of these ND filters. Close to 90% of the footage that I've recorded with action camera in the last year has been with the Osmo Action 4 and ND filter, and the best part is that although the new lens has slightly different design, the currently available DJI-made filters for Action 3 and 4 are a perfect fit. No screwing needed, just attach, they wouldn't fall down, and the convenience of being so easily detachable is priceless. So is the rest of the money on useful accessories. 4 and 60 frames per second in 4K. I never really got close to getting an exhausted battery, and probably that's been 5 supports super quick battery charging. If you think that while covering the DJI Mic 2 is being supported up to 2 transmitters. Let's go back to the footage part and the various shooting modes. After all, having that many features is great, but being able to film in epic quality is the most important aspect. Osmo Action 5 Pro keeps similar to Action 3 and 4 aspect ratio and angles of view. The ultra-wide mode lets you go for up to 155 degrees field of view without the need to use extra lenses. And sure, distortions will apply. In this scenario, they are a welcomed effect. I've apparently most often use the de-warp mode, where most of these curves are sort of straightened. You can rotate the camera by 90 degrees and capture some vertical shots for Instagram and TikTok as well, and given the standard native mounting, you can get a wide variety of tripods supporting the camera. There are a few shortcuts for your favorite modes. This time, a dedicated night mode is available as well. Amazing quality for this one. If you need to tune something, just go to video mode, and it's just a few swipes or taps away, with the ability to choose among the many pro-grade features, including full manual exposure control, where you can choose the shutter speed and the ISO range. Different types of time-lapse options are available. Note that only in the hyperlapse mode the stabilization stays on, so the time-lapse feature is suitable for static environment only. Should you want to review something or create a video with your footage, get the DJI Mimo app. For Android users, you have to download it directly from DJI's website. It becomes more and more powerful, now letting you add GPS data or color grade or crop whatever you need. I found out that together with the light cut video editor, it's a pretty great and easy to use solution without any ads or limitations. You can use the app as a remote. You can of course tune every single config parameter, extracting photos out of videos or using themes to add more effects or live streaming. It's all there. Oh, and the best part, Osmo Action 5 Pro has Wi-Fi 6 on board, so if your phone has it, transfer speeds are as high as 80 megabytes per second. So I feel for this price point, DJI provide extraordinary good balance. And yet, my desire to seek for perfection helps me to identify a few areas of improvement. As a startup, there is no support for Apple's Find My feature, immensely important for such kind of gear in 2024, in my opinion. Also, no auto brightness for any of the displays, close to a must-have these days. And maybe, if I'm missing something else, feel free to help me using the comments below. In the wide field of view to your creative kind of shots. Very easy to match in terms of color science, so many accessories which are compatible with it, almost everything which has been released after Osmo Action 3 and onwards, and a price which I feel is still quite accessible. They've added the Pro They've improved a lot, and given the fact that they've upgraded